ST. OCOEE. I'm tryna take it higher than I ever been. They like, hello, how you mix the music with the medicine? Light on Thomas Edison. You don't know if you believe, look at my life, it's evidence. Look at my life, it's evidence. Kick the demons out, oh, you can't stay up in my residence. Jesus knocking at the door, so I had to let him in. Food for my soul, I don't gotta live by bread again. It's that 66, that Old and New Testament. Jesus, he the king, that's very different from a president. Said it, we believe it, we don't go, that's how we stepping in. Your word, that's the law, that's the code, that's what we following. No turning back, I'm following in. Hold on, I'm following in. Don't do it for the cheese.
What is cracking, you guys? Welcome on back to another video. It has been a little while. So I haven't made a video in a little while because one, I had COVID, which was not fun. And then also just been really busy with work. And unfortunately, my business has taken a huge impact from COVID, and it's finally starting to pick up with more work and whatnot, just because business is happening again. I do corporate videos, weddings, real estate videos, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's finally starting to pick up a little bit. So Airsoft isn't paying the bills for me, unfortunately. So that takes priority over this. But that being said, today we're gonna be talking about some ways that you can improve your Airsoft game. Get more kills, get killed less. One of the most common questions or comments that I get asked actually is people just liking my gameplay videos and being like, wow, like you get quite a few kills and stuff like that, and I appreciate that, I really do. I will never think of myself as one of the best Airsoft players ever, because I'm not. There's one thing that I think a lot of people forget, and that is that my videos are CGI, they're not actually real. No, I'm kidding. But in all honesty, I think Airsoft videos are kind of an unrealistic view of Airsofters, and there's editing that goes into it, obviously, and a lot of Airsofters, my biggest complaint is that they never show themselves dying or getting killed. We all know that happens in Airsoft, and yeah, I try to show my deaths as well, because it happens. And at the end of the day, we're all playing Airsoft to get shot and, you know, have fun doing that. And if you're going into it with the mindset of just, oh, I'm not gonna die, I'm just gonna get so many kills, it's gonna be epic, you're kind of going into it with the wrong mindset, I think. And I do think there's a huge ego problem with Airsoft as a whole. I think everyone thinks they're these, you know, trained killers. It's like, guys, we're playing, you know, Airsoft with our cornball shooting Airsoft replicas. Like, you're not that cool, you know what I mean? So not taking yourself too seriously, I think, is a very important thing. Yeah, it's easy to get carried away with that. I think there's kind of two sides of Airsoft. There's, you know, the really chill, just out to have fun, dress up, look cool, and, you know, just have fun with your buddies kind of Airsoft player, not too focused on getting kills or doing anything remarkable. And then there's the complete other side of the spectrum, which is very competitive. It's all about getting kills, getting the coolest kill cams and kill feeds and all sort of stuff. And I kind of land somewhere in between. I don't think either side is, you know, the best or the worst. I kind of enjoy both aspects of it, and just want to get out, have fun, but also at the end of the day, you're gonna have more fun when you're getting kills, doing well, and getting killed less. So number one easiest thing that you can do to improve is get out and play more. And for some people, that's not 100% realistic. You live far away from fields, maybe don't have the money to spend on Airsoft every single weekend, or the time to spend on Airsoft every single weekend, and I totally get that. I've been there, and yeah, it's tough, honestly. Now that I have an Airsoft channel, it's starting to gain some traction. I've been able to get out more to the Airsoft field pretty well every single weekend up until I got COVID, and that really had a huge impact on my performance and improvement for Airsoft in the game. Because obviously the more you play, the better you're gonna do. It's just kind of, it goes hand in hand. The more hours you put into something, the better you're gonna be. It's like practicing basketball, you know? If you go out every single day and practice basketball, you're gonna be a better basketball player than someone who just gets out the odd time. But yeah, you learn things, you kind of adopt new strategies, you try new things. I found if I was getting out like once a month, I was just afraid to try anything new or really, you know, break some rules, if that makes sense. Not like in terms of cheating or you know, anything like that, but like just taking a more different approach to something and assessing a situation differently than you normally would. When you're only getting out once a month, you kind of just do everything by the book and kind of stick to what you know and play a very certain way. So when you're getting out more, you kind of experiment and try new things. Another thing kind of going off with that, if you can't get out to the field as much, I do think drills are something that is super underrated in Airsoft. And I used to be like, man, drills are kind of goofy. Like, you're just playing around, you know, doing reps with your toy guns. Like, it can't help that much, but it actually does. One of the biggest things that I've been doing here just in my living room is I've got right behind me here just a string light with like little light bulbs on it. They're pretty small, they're about an inch in diameter. Yeah, I'll just stand in my living room and just get my red dot sight and just practice target acquisition for like 5-10 minutes each day. And it sounds goofy, it looks goofy, but just really dialing in how fast you can get from object to object, a small object at that, and really work on your target acquisition. I think it's something that is super underrated and is very, very important. And kind of going off that as well, dialing in your gun is very important too. So many Airsoft players that I see, especially newer players, don't really know how a hop-up works and how to dial in a sight correctly. You know, using different weight BBs and all that sort of stuff. That's all important things to learn. There's a wealth of knowledge here on YouTube. Siege Airsoft, I would definitely check out their channel. They've got some really great information for newer players in terms of hop-up adjustments and that sort of thing, and approaching angles and all sorts of really, really good tips that I would highly suggest you check out. But yeah, really just figuring out your gun, how to manipulate it properly, how to dial things in, and then also how to move your body correctly through an environment as well is super, super important. And a lot of times in my videos, you'll see myself doing like little snap peeks and things like that, and that goes hand in hand with target acquisition. If you can't get to your sight picture quickly, you're not gonna be able to do those snapshots and things like that. And really the reason why I do that is to expose myself for as little amount of time as possible so that I can get off 1 or 2 shots and get right back into cover. I'm safe, but I've hit my target essentially. And that's a super deadly strategy. It does take a lot of time to get good at that, but that's just something that I have specifically practiced and trained doing, and I find it to be quite effective. Another effective strategy that I have learned in my time playing more frequently for Airsoft is only getting into firefights where you can come out on top. And that's something that I think is super underrated as well. Kind of going back to when I wasn't playing as frequently, anytime I would see someone, it was like, oh, this is my chance to get a kill, you know what I mean? And you're just trading shots, you're both poking out from behind cover, you see one guy and you're both just kind of trading some shots back and forth, and eventually one of you ends up getting hit. The way I look at that now is you have a 50-50 chance of winning. Yes, there are skills that you can use to win in those situations, snap peeks, peeking in different areas, that sort of thing. But ultimately, the firefights you are going to win 95% of the time are ones where someone's not even looking at you, or they're aimed a different direction or something like that, and you can hit them in either the side or in the back. If you're only getting into situations like that, that is super overpowered, and you're not even trading shots, you're just taking guys out, and it's easy. And not every single situation you can do something like that, but I'll typically peek an area. If I see 1 or 2 guys, I'll take a couple shots and then I'll relocate. Because if I didn't get them on those shots, they now know where I am, and they can take me out just as easily as I can take them out. So try that. Next time you're at the field, try, you know, getting into some engagements and then relocating. You can either take those same guys out by surprise or take out some other guys by surprise or get into a different engagement. It's just not worth getting into an engagement if you're not sure you can win it, if you know what I mean. And sometimes you can't do anything about it, but you know, that's just a tip that I have for you guys. And it's something that I've found to be quite useful. Another thing too is team play. This is something that I've really struggled with in the last little bit, you know, kind of being more of a speed softer in my background. I was just all about running down a hallway, seeing how many kills I could get. You know, you run down a hallway, get 5 kills. That's sweet. But you probably end up dying in the process. So now you go back to your spawn, and those 5 people go back to their spawn, and then you both come back into the game. and they're right where they were, and you're right where you were. And if we're being honest, you kind of didn't do anything. You got a couple cool kills for YouTube, but that's about it. So having guys to back you up, whether that's people you bring out to the field, some friends that you have, or you like to play with often, or just some people that you meet out on the field that day. Airsoft is an awesome community. We all are there liking the same sort of things. It's really easy to talk to anyone and get along. So team up with some guys and make that push together. You know, 1 or 2 of you die, but there's 3 more guys to fill that position, take out the objective, and secure the objective for the day. And that's something that's super underrated, I think. I don't see a lot of team play really happening. It's something that I'm trying to work on more. Also, communication with those teammates. Hey, there's a guy pinning me down over here. Give me some cover fire. Or, hey, there's a guy behind that barrel. You take him out. I don't need to take him out. We're working as a team, you know? That sort of thing. Don't always be, you know, so kill hungry and just the guy who has to take everybody out, you know what I mean? And also kind of going off that too is the memories that you'll have from the day. When you do a big push all by yourself, no one's around to see it, and you know, you go back and tell your friends, oh, did you see that push? No, I was over on the other side of the map. Oh, okay, I'll show you the GoPro clip later, I guess. Versus if you're doing that big push with 6 of your best friends, man, that's gonna be a memory that you're gonna have for the rest of your life. So yeah, I know this video is how to get more kills, but it was kind of more focused on actually mindset when going into Airsoft. So I hope that was okay. And I just thought it'd be a unique video idea, kind of cool, and just some kind of a glimpse into my mind while I'm airsofting. And yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, we're all here to have fun and just get out and have a good time. And I'm enjoying Airsoft just as much as I ever have, and just finding a new way to look at things. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. We got lots of cool stuff on the way. RunCam just sent over their Scope Cam 2, so we'll have a review for that coming very, very soon. I'm excited to get out and get some outdoor gameplay for you guys utilizing that, so definitely stay tuned for that. As well, we have a milsim right around the corner. My first ever milsim, and we're gonna be documenting that for the channel and kind of giving my thoughts on milsim as a whole. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you guys have any comments to make, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. I love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. And yeah, let's spread some Airsoft stories down there. That's all I got for you guys. Peace.